Hi everyone. In this chapter, we are going to see photography. So camera and computer technology is essential to business, advertising, education, government, mass media, and entertainment. It has commercial applications and personal applications. So among these individuals are artists who have carved out a space for human expression within the vast flow of information and images that the camera and the computer have enabled. So the earliest written record that has come down to us of the principle behind photography is from Chinese philosopher named Mo Tai, who lived during the 5th century BCE. And Mo Tai noticed that light passing through a pinhole opening into a darkened chamber would, from an exact view of the world outside, but upside down. A century or so later, the Greek philosopher Aristotle observed a similar phenomena and wondered what caused them. So early in the 11th century, the Arab mathematician and physicist Alhazen set up an experiment in a dark room in which light from several candles passed through a pinhole in a partition and projecting images of the candle frames onto a surface on the other side, just like this picture. So Alhazen's work circulated in translation in Europe, and where early scientists continued his investigations into the behavior of light. But it was not until Renaissance that a practical device was developed to harness those principles. So it was known as the camera obscura, Latin for dark room. With the development of lenses during the 16th century, the camera obscura could be made to focus the image it projected. Artists of the time concerned with making optically convincing representations through perspective and chiaroscuro welcomed this improved camera obscura as a drawing tool. So there is a video about camera obscura in this page. So please watch the video how to make camera obscura and how it works. So despite the sophistication of modern photographic equipment, the basic mechanism of the camera is simple, and it is no different in theory from that of the camera obscura. So there are two mirrors in the modern camera, just like this. So the light goes through the lens and it reflects on the first mirror like this. And then it goes to the second mirror and it reflects on the opposite side of the window we see. So we can see the object not upside down. So now let's see the beginning of the camera. A French inventor, Niepce, worked with a specially coated pewter plate in the camera obscura. In 1826, Niepce recorded a fuzzy version of the view from his window after an exposure of 8 hours. And Niepce was corresponding with another Frenchman, Daguerreau, and who was also experimenting with method to fix the photographic image. The two men worked separately and communicated in code to keep their progress from prying eyes. However, in 1839, Daguerreau made the breakthrough, recording in his studio an image that was clear and sharp by method that others could duplicate easily. Daguerre's light-sensitive surface was a copper plate coated with silver iodide, and he named his invention the daguerreotype. So this is his breakthrough photograph, and Daguerre made the image illustrated here in 1839, the year the French government announced his discovery to the world. Yet, for all its early success, the daguerreotype was ultimately a blind alley for photography. The process produces a positive image, just like the left one, and the image in which light and dark values appear correctly, so the image is unique and cannot be reproduced. The plate is the photograph. So the future of a photograph instead lay in technology that produced a negative image, just like the right image, one in which light and dark values were reversed. The negative could be used again and again to create several positive images on light-sensitive paper. So photography found its essence as an art of potentially unlimited low-cost multiples. So early photography required long exposure times and bulky equipment. So this meant that photographers could not yet capture action. The renowned civil photographer Timothy O'Sullivan created images that have become part of American cultural identity, yet none pictures a battle on their way. So this cumbersome process had changed by the 1880s when technical advances reduced exposure time to a fraction of a second, allowing cameras to capture life as it happened without asking it to pose. Then in 1888, an American named George Eastman developed a camera, the Kodak, which changed photography forever. Unlike earlier camera, the Kodak was lightweight and handheld, which meant it could be taken everywhere. The camera came loaded with a new invention, a roll of film, this yellow one, enough for 100 photographs. The Kodak and cameras like it opened photography up to amateurs, and it quickly became a popular hobby. So from the beginning, there were photographers and critics who insisted that photography could also be practiced as an art. So today, photography is fully integrated into the art world of museums and galleries, and many artists who are not primarily photographers work with photographic images. So there are two great female photographers videos in this page of the model room. So please watch them and you can see how contemporary photographers convey their messages through their photographs. So I hope you enjoyed the artist videos. Bye.